How can a guy change basketball forever and still be called overrated? This is Stephen Curry, the man who broke the game, shattered records, and made every kid want to shoot from half court.
To use it, Curry, way downtown, bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
And yet, for years, people said he wasn't that guy. Too small, too soft, carried by his team. Even when he won, he somehow didn't win enough. But this story isn't just about basketball, because the disrespect didn't stop on the court. It followed him home. And when drama with his wife Ayesha exploded online, Curry found himself fighting for something much bigger than just respect. Steph Curry's story starts like every underdog cliché you've ever heard, except his was real. Coming out of high school, no major college wanted him. Too skinny, not athletic enough. When he entered the 2009 NBA draft, he wasn't even the top guard prospect. The Timberwolves had two chances to pick him, and passed both times. Golden State took a gamble, but even then, few saw him as a future star, just a good shooter. They said he'd never last. His ankles were made of glass. His frame was too fragile. At one point, the Warriors almost traded him away just to keep Monta Ellis. Imagine that. The man who'd redefined basketball nearly got shipped off before he even began. But Curry stayed quiet. He worked. He waited. And when the NBA finally noticed, it was already too late. He was taking over. By 2015, Curry wasn't just a star. He was the face of a new era. The three-pointer wasn't a weapon anymore, it was the game. He dropped defenders, destroyed MVPs, and made superstars look helpless. The Warriors won the championship, and then came the first wave of disrespect. The Finals MVP. Not Steph Curry. It went to Andre Iguodala, a role player. The logic? He guarded LeBron. Fans couldn't believe it. Even LeBron himself said Curry deserved it. But the media ran with a different story. He disappears in big moments. He can't be Finals MVP because he's not clutch. He just led a team to its first title in 40 years, and somehow, that still wasn't enough. Then came 2016. Ununanimous MVP, 73 wins. The most unstoppable regular season team in history. Curry was hitting shots that didn't even make sense. Pull-ups from 30 feet, step-backs from the logo. It wasn't basketball anymore. It was art, but when it mattered most, everything fell apart. The Warriors blew a 3-1 lead in the finals. Curry got ejected in Game 6 after throwing his mouthguard. The internet destroyed him. Memes, clown edits, headlines mocking the unanimous MVP who can't close. And that's when the hate went from casual to personal. They said he was soft, a system player, that his rings didn't count. And when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors the next year, the disrespect only grew louder. Curry needed KD to win, as if the man who built the dynasty suddenly became a sidekick in his own empire. The next 2 years, 2017 and 2018, brought more championships, more dominance, but every time it was the same story. Durant got Finals MVP. Curry got forgotten. Even when he dominated early in the series, the spotlight shifted the moment KD hit a big shot. Behind the scenes, Curry was frustrated. He never showed it publicly, but teammates later admitted he felt robbed. He was the heartbeat of that team, the one who sacrificed the most, and yet every accomplishment came with an asterisk. Even when he wasn't playing, people found ways to drag him down. He's not a real leader, he just shoots threes. He's ruining the game. The man who revolutionized basketball was now being blamed for it. Then came 2022. No Durant, no super team, just Curry, Clay, Draymond, and a roster everyone said was washed. Analysts laughed, critics predicted a second-round exit, but Curry didn't care. He went back to doing what he does best, proving people wrong. That season, he put the league on notice. He carried the Warriors all the way back to the finals, and this time, there were no excuses. He dominated Boston from start to finish. Every big shot, every dagger three. He was unstoppable. And finally, after years of being overlooked, he held up the one trophy people said he'd never earn: Finals MVP. The emotion on his face said it all. Every headline, every doubt, every snub, it ended right there. For most players, that would be the end of the story. But for Curry, the disrespect found a new way to follow him home. While Steph's reputation on the court was finally bulletproof, his family name started trending for all the wrong reasons. In a recent interview, Ayesha Curry revealed that before meeting Steph, she didn't want kids or marriage. She said she had big career plans and wasn't looking to settle down. The internet exploded. Clips spread across social media and people called her ungrateful and disrespectful. accusing her of embarrassing her husband. It didn't help that this wasn't the first time Ayesha had been caught in controversy. Back in 2019, she admitted she sometimes felt insecure about not getting male attention, even while being married to one of the most admired men in sports. That quote went viral and she's never fully escaped it. So when her new comments resurfaced, fans dragged her all over again, saying she was attention-seeking, unappreciative, and making Steph look weak. Some even told him to get rid of her. The same people who once mocked Curry for being too quiet were now mocking him for being too loyal. Even when Ayesha posted simple family photos, critics twisted every smile, every caption, turning it into something it wasn't. Through it all, Steph never clapped back. He didn't rant, tweet, or respond to the chaos. The one time he did speak up was when rapper Killer Mike made comments about Ayesha and Curry told him to stay in his lane. Beyond that, he just moved forward, because that's who he is. Even when the world disrespects him, he keeps it classy. But make no mistake, this kind of public ridicule hits hard, because this time, it wasn't about basketball. It was about his family, his wife, and his image as the perfect husband. Today, Steph Curry has 4 championships, 2 MVPs, 1 Finals MVP, and the record for the most three-pointers in NBA history. He's easily one of the 10 greatest players of all time, maybe higher. And yet, people still downplay him. They call him lucky. They say his success came from a perfect system. They act like he didn't change the way basketball is played at every level. But the truth is, Steph Curry didn't just win games, he reinvented the sport. He made the impossible look normal. He turned underdogs into believers. He made hard work look effortless. And he did it all while staying loyal, humble, and focused, even when the world tried to humiliate him. Even now, when Ayesha's name trends or trolls take shots online, Curry stays calm. He doesn't need to clap back, because every time he hits a logo 3, every time the crowd chants, Chef Curry, he reminds everyone exactly who he is, the most disrespected player who never needed validation. Respect doesn't come from headlines or trophies. It comes from legacy. And Steph Curry's legacy is untouchable. From being doubted out of college, to being ignored by MVP voters, to being ridiculed for his own wife's words, he's taken every shot the world could throw. And somehow, he's still standing taller than ever. So the next time someone says Steph Curry isn't that guy, just remember, the greatest shooter of all time doesn't need your approval. He already changed the game, and that's something no amount of disrespect can erase. Because when it's all said and done, when the highlights fade and the critics move on, there will only be one truth left. Steph Curry didn't just play basketball, he redefined it.